In a world overrun with the fake, delusional, and disingenuous, he stands as a beacon of truth. He is Abuki Cabal. You are listening to Abuki Cabal.
Welcome to the Abuki Cabal Show.
What's going on, everybody? I know I've been absent for a little while, duty calls. I apologize for that. If you're new here, please like, share, and subscribe if you like the content. Today I wanted to cover a subject that we've talked about, in the past. And I know we've all heard, the allegations about men being the initiators of violence against women. We hear this all the time when we talk to Black women about the reasons why there's so much chaos in our communities, and the violence that they have to endure, and all of the stories. And, time and time again, we've produced, evidence to the effect that women are the initiators of violence, more so than men, and it's been proven. So I'm going to show an incident that happened a little while back here as an example of the ways in which they initiate violence against, men for things that they think they're doing, things they may be doing, whatever the case may be. But when a woman commits these crimes of passion, the women always try to give her a pass by way of an excuse. Well, he must have done something. He must have did something to her in order for her to want to kill him or to want to injure him, whatever the case may be. But none of these reasons or excuses are brought up when a man does the same thing in defense of his life, or whether, they were fighting and something went too far, whatever the case may be. Either way, killing another person should not be something that is condoned or encouraged through, movies, books, television shows, Lifetime TV. These things, we see it all the time. We even look at The Color Purple. Celie was applauded for putting a knife to holding it up to Mister to tell him that, basically threatened him that she would stab him. Another occasion, she had a razor to his throat, and women were cheering in the audience, saying, to cut his throat. So without further ado, we're going to cover this story here of this young lady's interaction with her significant other. Alrighty.
Case of a woman accused of intentionally plowing down her boyfriend with her minivan in a Kroger parking lot. She also hit a pedestrian who later died. WCPO 9 News reporter Whitney Miller was there this afternoon as her charges were announced. Whitney.
Yeah, Tanya, Hamilton County Prosecutor Joe Dieter says it was jealousy and rage that led 24-year-old Tavia Chapman to put her foot on the gas. Now she's facing life in prison.
I'm a little frustrated.
Thursday, Hamilton County Prosecutor Joe Dieters laid out what he believes led to the death of an innocent man last month in the Spring Grove Village Kroger parking lot.
She took this 3-ton vehicle and plowed into him and plowed into Christopher Griffith, a innocent man on a cane walking across a crosswalk.
Dieters released the surveillance video of the crash. He says 24-year-old Tavia Chapman was angry after she found out her boyfriend wasn't being faithful.
While he was in Kroger's, she apparently went through his cell phone and believed that he had been in an inappropriate relationship with her sister.
His punishment, getting plowed down by her minivan.
One of the more disgusting parts of this thing is that after she plows into these two people, her car was disabled. She exited the vehicle, leaving her 8-month-old baby in the car, and proceeds to go to her boyfriend and start beating him after he's been run over by this car.
Griffith later died in the hospital from his injuries. His brother Greg told us he wants Chapman to pay.
I'm just devastated by this, and I want her to be punished for this.
Chapman faces life in prison. Among her charges are child endangerment, murder, and attempted murder. Prosecutor Dieters commenting, what this woman did is sickening.
I just don't understand why this had to happen at all.
In downtown Cincinnati, Whitney Miller, WCPO 9 News.
Kind of makes you think what you look for, you'll find. But let's move on to the other uncut tape of the incident in question. And it's in slow-mo. You see where she exits the vehicle? She goes over and she begins to beat the man. He's got a broken leg. The other people are trying to figure out what's going on. The man checks on the other victim who's dead. And she is beating this man in the head. And now she turns and starts beating his leg that's broken. All because of some suspected infidelity. Again, a young child is inside the car. She runs back to the car. Trying to run, she tries to start the vehicle first to try to leave. That didn't work. So then she gets the child and she's exiting the vehicle. And trying to escape. That's pretty bad. So that's pretty bad. But that's just one instance of a young black woman trying to run over a man that I've seen on social media. And other news accounts from online from various cities. This is a problem. And most of the time it is not even addressed. It's always put on the black man as being the person who is responsible for the intimate partner violence. And as we can see, that's not the case. I guess one other thing that I'm going to show you is there was a study done by the National Library of Medicine. Well, it's actually not done by them, but it's being held there. And as you can see here, this study was done to study aggression in women, behavior, brain, and hormones associated with this aggressive behavior. So I'm going to put this in the link, and this is all you need to know about the study of the instances of this intimate partner violence and the initiation by females. And here's a little caption here. It says, females are not passive victims of violence. Rather, they respond to provocation and are active participants in aggressive interactions. But 9 times out of 10, the man is the one who's going to take the brunt of the problems associated with an intimate partner interaction. And that is unfortunate. But we see that time and time again. So, that should be an interesting read. It is pretty, let me see, it's pretty lengthy, but it's worth the read, because if you're going to counter some of these arguments that are being placed up in these straw man arguments against us, this is definitely something that you can use to counter some of the claims that these women make in order to continuously move policy against us as men. So, like I said, I will leave that in the links, and I will put that down in the description. And you guys tell me what you think about this, and hope this helps you guys out in trying to understand this phenomenon. So I'll catch you guys later, and thanks for stopping by.
I feel like a